My name is Alexander Hatcher, and for a while now, I've been trying to recuperate with head trauma, helping also with original James Spirit, having brain trauma, and needing a platypus to maintain his original soul, not to die. As a member of Australia, we got that done on the cancer research online that goes with my fox, panther, and his cow. There was demon hunting going on. My dad was a part of the Mexican mafia, and she cinched with whatever game. And child in need of care case, Phillips County, Kansas, JC 2013. This is a continued diary of Ashley Hatcher. Part of the rescinding of relinquishment, November 2014. Appeal to Topeka, Kansas was missed, and we're claiming time travel, St. Nick and the rest of it to go with St. Francis and the Catholics. St. Francis is an $80 million a year business. They have a subcontract of faith builders. They have been busted. Got given a slap on the wrist for selling black babies on the black market, according to Wichita, Kansas child advocate Mary Dean. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll put this on Facebook, several different accounts having problems from people, but I'm going to go ahead and put this on the record before they keep taking down my videos. There is a gag order on my grandma Darlene. James and Ashley do not have a gag order. It is our time to speak, recovering from comas. I'm going to let you look at the paperwork while I do it, and be aware that there are dragons involved. Joseph James Dante, PhD, professor of philosophy, Lincoln, Nebraska. His mother, the matriarch, brother Bobby Dante. They all have college, and they have USDA Wildlife and Parks. Brother, I think his name is Chris. If ever anyone was going to steal contacts for something, this would be that. Because his mother, the matriarch, has been in my life since I was 3 years old on Grandma Darlene. I just said, my Ashley would never tell a lie. Also, what she calls things, my baby. A dog will put a thing down and not harm it, not eat it. Like if it grabs the baby cat, bird, or animal, you just call it my baby, it drops it. And she backs up those things. And I had a wolf dog named Dakota, around children and other animals, and we raised it just fine. And they have a relation to attorney Jack O'Leary. Leslie Lauren O'Leary is kind of like a spirit brother of magic powers. When Jack gets mad, things explode. That has been tied to these types of people there. Phillips County, Kansas, JC 2013. Child in need of care case. DCF Child Services, Mike Kramer, handicap on Ashley's side. Contract blocked by St. Francis Adoption. Caseworker Jody Wisdom. Guardian ad litem Francis Townsend. Attorneys David Baumgartner, Andrew with the Corvette from Norton, Kansas. He's got a boxer dog. It's a blackberry wolf dog body type. Take that how you will with magic fighting dogs. We don't know what they're freaking doing at all, and who was healing my blackberry while somebody else was showing us a thing. Well, I'm real scared about hurting my bitch. If you know what I mean. Because that was my car. A female new attorney, I can't remember her name, listed attempted Jack O'Leary. Entry of appearance was forgotten but not denied. Foster parents, Jarek, Julie, Wagon-Blast, Kensington area. State of Kansas, sunflower state. Yellow sunflower eye ring. Sunflower seed forehead jewel, like an Indian red dot. It's a being of light, activated mind control ability. The red rings, stars, and dots of vampires block them with authority. Its rights to privacy and food and wife and all that it takes. God, Bible, it takes a child of God, it takes an actual human, an actual man, an actual person with purpose. There's something on this thing because there is a religion where somebody could come along and they could pull your wife, if it's considered a dog or a cat person, right out of your house, have sex with it and rape it on the ground in front of you. You have no rights at all when these people, because animal was made for man's purpose. That's what red stars block on the yellow ring, and that's what it means for Ashley. And they keep trying to steal our eye color and drain it. Anyway, we grew a sunflower seed. So, hello. Ashley's talking with the state of Kansas itself and to the beings of it, with it, attempting this without all the appropriate words and in recovery and being poisoned, trying to make any kind of attempt at all. Sunflower seed forehead jewel, and Ashley Raquel Alexander, common law divorced CLD Hatcher versus State of Kansas, St. Francis Community Services, Ashley Hatcher and Livestock, Things, Contracts, Anti-Murder and Murder Club, Archangel Overlord Gang, Mr. Me Sala, which is Ashley's Spanish, and the Black Magic Chopperoo Shop, Isaac Timber, Darkest, Cass, Isaac Leopard, Aiden, Lucian, Samara, Hadassah, Petra Yorg, Hatcher, Daniel Hatcher, Samara Hatcher, Sammy Hatcher, James Lee Woodyard, Jesse Norton, Ryan Murphy, Randy Murphy, which is a TV shadow self of Ashley. Little Randy watches TV. Ashley's husband thing. One of them is able to watch the shadows of what Randy watches on TV. It's quite annoying. The girls said love, and it's real hard to be separated from the South and not take advantage. God help David Kidwell, Scranton, Kansas, if you can. If there's a goddamn COVID-19 attack, we have contracts with the Flies. And that man hit us twice after recovering from a coma, also having children to take care of, and thou shalt not be hurting Randy Murphy at all either, ever. I just wouldn't. Slipknot rock band members, owners of Ashley, James Lee Woodyard, owner of Ashley, bitch, dog brain. He said save his life. There's Rabbit contract and Lady Chewy Wolf contract. Ashley's got to give 7 childhood souls. They grew up together. Anyway, that's kind of like scapegoats and magic powers, and who knows, a freaking something could have belonged in something. We didn't know what it was. We didn't know it was there. Anyway, 7 from the dogs and 1 from an anonymous volunteer to save James Lee's life. Social Security Administration, Supplemental Income, SSI, Sunflower Medicaid, medical record, all medical records federally as equal discovery, HIPAA privacy, and Egypt, HIPAA spouse. St. Francis Community Services, child adoption, subcontract faith builders, 2013-2014, married in Wichita, Kansas, similar Kansas complaints, black babies on the black market, slap on the wrist, $80 million per year business income. Ashley complaint, every word ever spoken on video, diary, journal, continuing exhibits, slavery, attempted murder, kidnapping, drug use by eating free persons. We do believe the drug dealer said that everyone in the court in Phillips County was high. And the foster parents did take notes that there was going to be drug tests, but I think it was on marijuana. And everybody had the red eyes. You know, the FBI says they can spinal tap you and test your shoes, not just your hair. We almost died trying to clean out our entire body because of Mary Tree Cha-Cha gang and replacing bones and every goddamn thing except how are you going to test our brain? Oh shit, we just end up dead on drugs someday. Never mind that. Hooey-pooey. We're requesting $5 million for Ashley and same each child, $5 million for James Lee Woodyard. There are 2 to 4 children. Along with the parents, that would be $30 million requested. Have it be known that Cass is made of Ashley's dead cat, Hey You, and Grandma Florence Ashman. We're not sure what's going on in the part of James Lee Woodyard and his lookalike circle, apparently. There might be some Indian scalped James Lee food group lookalikes, and there's no telling who did what and why we're lying. But while we're on the subject, they can switch testicles on dogs and hide sperm. And there ain't no freaking female in the world that can hold a man that doesn't really want to be there. And the KKK and Aryan Brotherhood will back up breeding rights and who's got spermages for parenting and spiritual gifts and things like that. James Lee Woodyard warned Ashley. He also warned Martha, if y'all wanted a baby, you could have a baby, but ain't no bad parent raising those children. James is still Ashley's brother, and he didn't take pity on Ashley, so we're not really sure what's happening right now. Ashley requested independent private investigation, protections, etc., etc., are Ashley and James's financial burden. Ashley requested Slipknot owners help financial as likeness to SSI payee and never a parental board of die and not live. Ashley found asset control law of slave child James Lee Woodyard, so long as parent or being can blink its eyes in response and make decisions such as clothing to wear and good or bad flavors, control of financial money, assets, and property cannot be taken by any family or inheritance seekers. Robin Hood syndrome is a point of study. It's similar, which is legal, is called redistributive justice. Similar and same things are different. Now, the illegal is a change of hand, use, or money of valuables and or property and notes. Illegally. Stolen. Stealing from the rich and giving to the poor or giving it to other people. It is still called stealing. It is illegal. Similar, though, in the legal qualifier is redistributive justice. A hint. Papel said $4 million on this lawsuit. Ashley counted $300,000 worth of spending and has experience with Jainism religion, Islam, and the middle ground in between James and Grandma, which is selfish and selfless. Also, James is a slave to his own family. Some people have contracts with their children. I have contracts with my children. It all depends on what's for. Statute of limitations. There's a head injury, coma, time travel, father time, St. Nicholas, and dragons. Title 19, a violation of rights and rights of Ashley. There was something around this area. I can't remember the exact thing it was. I did study paralegal, but I've had a coma. Now, not allowing food stamps and SSI to raise the children. Forcing nanny or daycare when not using narcotics. Ashley was forced, had no choice, of voluntary relinquishment. And November 2015, we could not afford the children. We rescinded the relinquishment and appealed. The new court was in Topeka, Kansas, but because of adjusted time values, we now have no understanding anymore, and we're counting 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017. James Lee Woodyard has 15 to 17 months per year. And Ashley and James together, that would be about a year and a half. So every third year, it's like there's an extra year. Every it makes 2 to 3 years. I can't remember math. I'm an angel person. Excuse me. Since age 12 and or 2009, 2010, probation with Joanna Lee when Johnny Schwartz was a drug weight and Ashley lost her first children in Alma, Kansas courthouse, KVC Junction City record. There was lupus testing that needed to be done for Ashley, and there was a report of checking the children for celiac disease that was never done or performed on the children. All these years later, we come to find out we all have food allergies. Ashley is still being poisoned by forces unseen. It's disgusting. This is necessary. Mandatory for the Cal Welfare Unconcerned because of dragons and contracts with the opium dragon who beat everybody's butts in the 1940s in the time of the Dust Bowl. And put all these elderly people and everybody that lied about love and ate their children, they fought back and put them people in nursing homes. But they still get care in a nursing home. Figure that out. Everybody lost their sex, didn't they? This really sucks. Smart Darlene has contracts. Certain particular things. We asked Blueberry Pup Slipknot to help us with that because he was there since Ashley was 9 years old. And he was a member of Daniel, Ashley, and James. And Ashley is spewing forth behemoth slot everywhere because the opium dragon goes forward and backwards in time and knows everything. So when a person is not doing sorcery and has things, all these things are taken into account with Samara and what we needed. And right now we're not sure if Samara Darlene is actually our child or if she was switched out like Darkest was. and she is the kid that we all raised, but we don't know who she is right now. There was an accident with her. She had a tangerine-sized poop turd. As a 10-month-old baby, she could have died. She had the ability to pull drugs. Now, we're not knowing if she was switched at birth and she pulled drugs on purpose to have it in her system to smell similar to Ashley and pass through the animals that's getting in there, or what happened, because she does have a similar lookness to Randy Murphy, and we don't know why. Real Ashley, repentance and declaration of religion since childhood. Slavery, dragon marriage, and child, parent, animal, God, Bible, Christian marriage is what God, Bible is, and it does not actually back up sex. Raping an animal or a child that can't freaking cry out for help when you're married to the wives and the whatever or whatnot. And abuse, it's a very loose term. It's a very intelligent religion of God, Bible. But dragons do have things that will cover these, and we're not the types that like to fight and lose magic beings that live inside of our body. We wanted a family. The same as our children have contracts, we wanted family. We wanted them. Ashley is a critical type person and doesn't get along with hardly anybody, and the things that Ashley gave birth to, Ashley wanted. Now, there are other people that like to steal things, they don't claim things, and people switching babies and stuff, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people don't like what they give birth to, and they want somebody else's something. Ashley asked for everything she fucking has. Y'all people had no right to fucking steal it and try to fucking kill her. Just tell you right now, all you had to do was ask for it before y'all got pregnant. I am pissed. United Nations, as a help, raising wolf dog property and possession children of Ashley and her social security number. There are zoo animals matching the 4 puppies as a safe freaking home for these things or whatever. So there are probably veterinarians like watching the animals to make sure you druggies aren't fucking killing us all. We know you're strong. That's why you're food. The only thing we can do is help the future and help get out of this revolving cycle of mess. James takes care of a lot of girls underneath him. Ashley gave him to Devil Mafia. His property. So some things are James' business, and it is not required by law for a wife or to testify against a spouse. We were engaged, and we do have that type of relationship. So there are some things that James isn't all this crazy drugging and trying to kill Ashley and make the girls sound uncredible as a witness, and you scream at them, you fight with them, you're all gay, you're all homosexual, just admit it, you need to stop it. We've got the goddamn Aryan brother in the Mexican mafia to stimulate others. Y'all need to get better. The problem is not just with the females. It's with you young retard boys as well. FBI, Wichita, Kansas was in Wichita, Kansas, 2014, 2015. 4 child sex slaves were rescued and released. Ashley found and pointed like a hunting dog should. Smith Center, Kansas. Children for sale online, $3,000 to $5,000. Local drug dealer and pimp mama types aware. Reports to Kansas Bureau of Investigations. Ashley warning and claim to Federal Bureau of Investigations, the FBI. Vampire food law. Similarly, body is a house. Squatter, common law types. 7 years. Dungeon master and partner were kidnapped 2 females for 8 years, caged them and fed them, and did not abuse them, while body leeches spewed behemoth words of idiocy for years. On the 8th year, wifeable, teachable females were stolen, returned to the Leach family. The Dragon Master and his partner were arrested. They hung and killed themselves in jail. And we're accusing the FBI of murder by forced suicide. We really like y'all to stop messing up my videos. We got a lot of help. Ashley has permission to take dark photography and artwork of these spirits and these things of similar people and have a showing of what these look like at the freaking damn fucking full-like idiotness of us on camera. Because we do have mental retardation from being attached to Lyle, James's brother's son, who has cerebral palsy. And there's also Jeff Everett's brother's sister. Ms. Everett is happily married. That would be Gay Lynn Everett. Jeffrey is Ashley's spirit son. And we all have a similar look when Ashley dyes her hair. And Ashley has the 4 seasons of hair color to call whatever she wants. So, with these lookalikes and people stealing souls, give back Gay Lynn and Lyle's palsy boy. There was a question of sexual contact while talking to somebody. They didn't really want to talk about it. Ashley's got a Black Panther Cassandra makes him dream vampire ability, and Dad backed it up. They was dreaming it down in Texas with Ashley. And Stephanie likes the white tiger vampire power, which showed up on our television. I can't remember what the white tiger power was. But anyway, there are people that can verify things without physical people sticking their nose up in fucking other people's business. And because Ashley gave her property, medical equipment, a roller, wheelchair, walker for the boy, to have a nice fancy one, and Ashley had the home sew a broken shoe from babysitting one of the girls. Ashleyness is in there and has a right to spiritually go in there and peekaboo if she wants to. But the kid was layered with her. And just like these birthmarks do with the children, every freaking contact with these things leaves a mark. Dust, 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 dust. And therefore, when Ashley was having seizures and a hostile takeover by calling her own religion, and the wolf dog took over and they reincarnated Ashley's self, the cerebral palsy boy showed up and was able to teach Ashley. Their brains worked similar. Ashley could speak through a seizure and maintain the ability to speak. And Ashley has a right to speak. You don't have a right to put Ashley in the mental hospital anymore for speaking equal to a cerebral palsy boy instead of jerking, speechless retard. At all. We're grateful to the boy. And he went home. And Ashley, healthy after losing weight, is sexy as a little dope slut. And that's without Galen attached to Ashley. We put pictures up on the drug counselor, Russell, Kansas. You people gotta stop making us fat and poofing us with like spirits like Lou Bear and all you people. We're having a spanking line. Officer Detective Brad Yeager was observing a witness, and he helped Ashley. When Ashley hits herself or hits her head into the freaking wall, she's attacking a thing that's doing a thing to her. Now Ashley is practically almost suicidal from being made fat by these magic groups that we're not competing with. There was an Indian Alpha Challenge for Ashley's children, puppies, not for y'all. And there is obliteration in these game magic dogs, and there's a lot of prostitute girl dogs that have magic powers. They're very strong. We told you to try to be big girls and control yourself, because Ashley can kill you, obliterate you, and there's no raising you from the dead. Ashley does not want to, and you may not take it from her. Ashley does not engage with you on purpose. She does not want to kill you. There are groups, and you are worth money. You can go to a gladiator fighting ring if you want to. You can go be a hooker if you want to. You can be a drug dealer if you want to. Be the best that you can freaking be. Stop competing for something that said it does not want to fuck you. I'm not a lesbian. If you're contagious to me or making me fat or over my size, stay off of me. I cannot help anybody or get any more wolf dogs or animals to finish contracts for Teal, Anubis, Leia, and Corey, Tealy, Teo, until I have a man and sex, pleasure, warm, fuzzy, horny, the sex rabbit pinging to continue, and being able to fulfill without someone stealing our climax with a sex munch or some crap like that. And so does everybody in the Dragon of Ashley. Of the weakest link was the weakest in that whole group of whatever it was. And Ashley's team is called a jackal, according to the government. First time we go in, we'll wipe out and kill all of you. But because you'll have the ability to learn and get smarter, you'll kill us if we go after you again. So we do not take on kick your ass ventures unless it's a one and done deal. Ashley has threatened to gamble on 10 of people's lives before. Reptile demons are also the cost of one cow. So at 20 people are a price per cow on what people are worth. And Satan will sell your soul on the internet for $5 each. So those are about the estimations of what you people think you are worth. And learning this or whatever. But I just want to let you know that $80 million a year, St. Francis. There are some attorneys that said they wouldn't take help anything for less than $40 million or whatever. Ashley does have private people that were helping her get where she's going. And I told you that it's over. I have no way. It's got to stop now. I have no way to do this. I'm handicapped and I can't get anybody to listen to me. In fact, somebody else's flat kite dragging, kidnapped my daughter, switched this. My whole life is about me, and we're repeating the same damn cycle because I'm not always me. I'm a dead me, but I got contract with my family, and you're not gonna get in with my family. Just like tomorrow. And just like Darkest. I understand. I've lived this already. And I'm going to tell y'all, stop trying to get in between us and stop attacking us. And y'all stop making us fucking unhealthy because you're not going to kill my daughter or her likeness at all. We said no. And no means no. No means no. This is Ashley versus the state of Kansas, and the state of Kansas versus Ashley is St. Francis Community Services, and what we said and more. We're still trying to make an attempt. Anybody that can help us, please freaking contact Ashley. We are handicapped, disabled. And we are animal in body, and we have invisible things that are ours, but we have a lot of darn people trying to steal from us and thinking whatever the fuck and whatnot, and there are like hunters and time travel going on. This is really dangerous, and Ashley is not healthy anywhere above 95 pounds. Thank you.